Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year where I have to do my rant on the Yankees because it seems like this every single year I've been on YouTube, for the exception of 2020, it feels like there's always a rant that has to come at some point. 21, I remember doing a rant. I think in 22, I did a rant. 23, I definitely did a rant. And now 24. It has gotten to a point where Yankees baseball once again is unenjoyable to watch. And you know what it is, folks? It's the same reasons that we've been out on this team in years prior, and why they get eliminated so quickly in the playoffs, or don't even make the playoffs at all in years prior. It's because of Aaron Boone. Now, I'm going to say this. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, but I will also say this. We have Fire Boone t-shirts, but seriously, buy the Fire Boone t-shirts. They should be there in the product section for the YouTube, but I will not say that this is entirely Aaron Boone's fault because I would be lying. I think Brian Cashman deserves a shit ton of blame. I think Hal deserves a shit ton of blame, and I think the players deserve a shit ton of blame because at the end of the day, you can only do so much. But the Yankees need another voice. It's very much clear as day. Now I get it. At 60 and 43, you're not firing a manager. It's very unlikely. But ever since the middle of June, the Yankees have looked like a completely different team. It's like the Yankees and the Mets swap bodies. The Mets became the Yankees. They're in a third wild card spot. They fucking swept us for the season series, and the Yankees have become the Mets in the June swoon of last year. Okay? So let's go over some talking points because this is not just going to be a rah-rah video. We have been outscored by the Mets as of this moment because the game is still going on. Okay, so maybe one run less. 35-14. 35-14 in 4 games this season. Not to mention the first game of this current series, right? We barely scored any runs. They barely scored any runs. It was boring as shit. The final score was 3-2. But then you get this game, 12-3, and the Yankees are scoring in garbage time. So we have to clap it up. Oh, clap for progress. High five. Oh yeah. The urgency and the energy around this team is complete bullshit. There is no energy. There is no energy. And the problem with this team, the many problems with this team, is that in years prior compared to now, they got the same fucking body language. They're down by 2 runs. Everybody's either heads down in the dugout, they're sitting there pouting like a fucking child, or you have everybody laughing their asses off. Ha ha ha, we're joking around. We're losing 12-3. It's just unbelievable. But let's keep going on these talking points. At the beginning of the season, I liked the way Aaron Boone managed. Now, you may not have seen it on YouTube, talking points wise, maybe a little bit because we still had the Boys in Big Apple show in April and a little bit of March. But on Twitter, I said, okay, this is an interesting way of doing things. Juan Soto's in the lineup. There's not too many changes in the lineup. It's not constant. Aaron Boone's doing the right thing. He's not doing the things he did in the past, like, oh, he's going to sit this guy because he was hot and we're going to pull some bum off the bench. Well, folks, over the last few weeks, that has totally flipped. And that's not a good thing, obviously. But the Yankees preach so much about their farm system and these players and the player development. Oh, yeah, it's so great. And mind you, Ben Rice has been on a struggle lately. He's hitting under 200. But the Yankees, obviously, when Anthony Rizzo went on the IL, they signed J.D. Davis. Rice had a hot start, and he's slowed down since. Here's my problem. Aaron Boone is quoted with saying at one point, we need to get the cold players hot. So why does that not revolve around Ben Rice? But for J.D. Davis, who, mind you, guys, if you watch the first game of the Mets series with Quintana, 3 straight curveballs. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. No adjustments, and that was one of the most uncompetitive at-bats I have ever seen. But for somehow, Austin Wells plays, which is all fine and well, because you don't have Trevino right now. Austin Wells plays. J.D. Davis plays. But Ben Rice, oh no, that doesn't apply to him. And you know what's sad is when everybody starts to talk bad on the Yankees and it actually works out for them, and it's throwing shit on our face, right? We got Luis Severino, who said the Yankees only got 2 good hitters, whether he was joking or not. He shouldn't talk because he's a shitty pitcher. He hasn't done well this year, and a lot of Met fans want him traded. But at the same time, I said it on Twitter. He shouldn't be talking, but is he wrong? Juan Soto and Aaron Judge are the only good hitters on this team. And it's sad to say, like, in years past, I've been very critical of Giancarlo Stanton. Right now, he's hitting in the 240s. He's on the IL. We don't know when he's coming back. But are the Yankees really missing him that much? And the game is over officially. It's 12-3 right now, so, the Yankees officially lost. But let's go through the lineup in total. You got Gleyber Torres hitting 232. You got Judge and Soto above 300. Austin Wells, 225. Ben Rice, 196. Trent Grisham, 180. Oh, yeah, that was sweet. Anthony Volpe, 251. Alex Verdugo, 228. J.D. Davis, 218. LeMahieu, 179. Jahmai Jones, 238. Oswaldo Cabrera, 242. That is not going to work come playoff time. The 2 good hitter thing, unfortunately, stands. And we're going to bring it up later because I'm just tired of the lack of talent on this team, but I'm also tired of the excuses for this piece of shit manager. DJ LeMahieu is abysmal. We know that. Gleyber's on and off, and Anthony Volpe's disappointing. Sorry for those who, want to say, oh, we should give him more of a chance. Right, but when is he going to become this player that we thought he was going to be? Maybe not me, but other Yankee fans. Because, I don't know, Jeremy Pena turned into the player that, everybody thought he was going to be. Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson. Anthony Volpe was supposed to be this awesome shortstop. Well, he's decent defensively, and for that hot start he got in the first half, where the hell is it now? Gleyber Torres can pretty much, and I get it, he hit a home run in 2 straight games. We should be happy. But other times, 75% of the time, he does what the fuck he wants. Doesn't jog down the bases, and then you got the manager making excuses for him. Oh, he hurt his groin. Oh, really? Because I'm pretty sure he was in the lineup the next day. But guess what? It's not his groin when there's a base hit in the gap. When there's a base hit through the left side of the infield, Gleyber Torres is not complaining about his groin, but when it's only in the grass and in the dirt of the infield, nope, you just got to jog because, hey, that groin's bothering him. And again, DJ LeMahieu has been abysmal, not just offensively, though, but defensively. Made 2 very bad plays against the Mets this series. And again, that just rolls and snowballs into this whole thing of allowing players to run the locker room, the prisoners running the asylum, And then, here's 2 more prime examples for you guys. Because again, Aaron Boone runs his clubhouse like the Mickey Mouse clubhouse. We thought, he had a stronger grip at the beginning of the season. It's just like all the other years, folks. Right now, we've noticed this more than ever. Trent Grisham against the Reds. The Yankees are losing. Nope, base hit. He fumbles the ball in center field. And even once he fumbled the ball in center field, you're going to throw it in 2 miles an hour, and the runner gets to second. One of the biggest blow-ups was against Baltimore to end the first half. Now I get it, right? You won the first 2 games. That's good, right? Baltimore was on a down. But then again, you look at the final game, right? Anthony Volpe with a crucial error at shortstop. By the way, Gleyber Torres leads the MLB in second base errors, so hang your hat on that. And then Little League mistakes come in for the Yankees. I don't ever see any other organization with Little League mistakes unless they're tanking. Like the Marlins, the Rockies, the White Sox, those are teams that make Little League mistakes because they're not focused on winning. The Yankees are supposed to be a leadership organization, a flagship organization, however you want to describe them. They're supposed to be that, and then they act like a Little League team when they pout and when they make stupid errors. One of the biggest ones that gets me, and this is because I was an outfielder in high school, is Alex Verdugo's error, who, all for this rah-rah mentality, he's hitting 229. He's hitting 229. And we're supposed to get this rah-rah mentality out of him. Yeah, you know what? You want to get the rah-rah mentality? Start by focusing on your fucking bat. And then the error in left field, which I didn't really explain too much. As an outfielder, you're supposed to retreat and then come up to the ball. You don't go forward and then go back. That's not how that works. And guess what? Alex Verdugo did that. And what happens, folks? What happens? Ball gets behind him. Cedric Mullins with the game-winning RBI. How about this one? How about when I think it was DJ LeMahieu who grounded out and Anthony Volpe did not score? Mind you, DJ LeMahieu could have caused a rundown, but Anthony Volpe did not score in time before the out was made, and the run did not score. How many times do we see guys not running with 2 outs, right? How many times do we see guys left side of the infield, shortstop makes a play, the second base runner is going to third with less than 2 outs. All he's got to do is throw it to third and he's out. Only the Yankees, and I'm talking in terms of winning organization, not the Pirates, even though they're better than most realize. The Marlins, the Rockies, those are loser organizations. The Yankees have higher standards, and I always tell people that. They hold themselves as this brand organization, like the Lakers in 2012, and they try to sell people on their past. But they make these little league errors, and they run the clubhouse like the Mickey Mouse clubhouse. The bullpen isn't great, by the way. I know everybody wants to sit here and say, a good find here by Cashman, good find for Cashman, Michael Tonkin, Tim Hill. And here's the problem. None of these guys that he finds, they're solid, but they're not elite. And the Yankees don't have any guys that get consistent amount of strikeouts. They're ground ball pitchers, and then if it's not ground balls, it's walks, and then it's homers, and then it's everything else. One of the biggest things that pisses me off about this organization is not just the excuses, but it's the stupid quotes. Aaron Boone, for how many seasons, has said, we're going to turn the corner. How many corners are you turning before you get into a fucking dead end or you fall off a cliff? I mean, seriously. The next one, it's right in front of us. I wonder what the next move Aaron Boone is going to do. We had Savages in the box in 2019. It's right in front of us in 2023. What's it going to be now? What is he going to do? Flip a table? Is he going to throw the microphone at the media? What is he going to do that everybody's going to get all jacked up about? Big lot of nothing based on the way this team plays. It's in front of us. We're turning the corner. Just the excuses. It needs to stop. I don't see any winning team not bench players and then sit and make excuses at the same time. Look at some of the flagship organizations around the league. The Phillies, listen, they're doing great. The Braves, they're functioning. The Mets, that's not a great example. The Orioles, we could sit here and tell Brandon Hyde to go fuck himself for what he did, but guess what? That team's in first place. And it pisses me off too because guess what? That team's in first place. They keep losing ball games and the Yankees aren't gaining fucking ground. Missed opportunity. That is the tagline of the New York Yankees in 2024. At least around this time. Missed opportunities. Runners in scoring position and not taking a chance in the division when they had the division lead to start the season. And you gotta love this shit from Brian Cashman. This is the level of urgency in this organization. And he said this while I was still overseas. So this must have been a little bit before the All-Star break. He goes, we're on a struggle right now, but hey, listen, we have a cushion because we won in the first half. Okay, so let's put this into football terms. The Jets had a pretty good lead against the Washington Commanders, and they effectively blew the game because they didn't step on the gas pedal. They just let it coast. Washington sped around them, and lucky enough, Greg Zuerlein hits a game-winning field goal. Is that the type of mentality you want for the rest of the team? When it comes time, we're going to, do what's right. We got to get it going. Unbelievable. And here's the thing. We have the trade deadline in like a week. The Yankees are going to make top-tier moves. The Yankees are going to sit here and be urgent. The Yankees are going to trade prospects for Tarek Skubal or Jazz Chisholm. The Yankees have a problem with his character. Verdugo, You don't have a problem with his character? Stroman, you don't have a problem with his character? But it's Jazz Chisholm. The Yankees have a problem with his character. Like what? If you get him and Tanner Scott, that's a success. And I don't know what the package is going to be because Tanner Scott is an all-star. But just the two-sided bullshitness of this organization is completely unjustified because you've done nothing. You have done jack shit. I don't know which hitter the Yankees are going to get other than Jazz Chisholm. They could get Rengifo, but here's my problem, folks. Here's my problem. And this is where I'm most pissed at people and most pissed at this organization. Year after year after year after year after year, we say, oh, it's not Aaron Boone's fault. He doesn't have a roster. I get that. This isn't the most talented team, right? Gleyber Torres on a contract year is playing bad. DJ LeMahieu's playing bad. You have a number of other guys playing bad. But how many years is it going to be before Aaron Boone wins a championship or the Yankees realize that he's not the fucking guy? Because I realized that so many years ago. The Yankees should be World Series contenders with Judge and Soto on the roster. And you know what? You expect fucking Soto to come back to this shit? I mean, I get it. Listen, the New York fan base, they treat him like he's Jesus himself. And he's been great to the fans. The fans have been great to him. But why is he going to sit on a team that may not offer him the most money, and then it's going to be him, Judge, and a couple of fucking schmucks? Why would he come back to this and not sign with another top-tier organization? What if, I'm going to throw it out there, what if the Orioles spend money? What if this team spends money and they get Juan Soto because they have more than two good hitters in their fucking lineup? And guess what's going to happen, folks? That's the bill of goods they're going to sell us on. Oh, Jason Dominguez is coming back up. Oh, Giancarlo Stanton. You know what pisses me off? You know what pisses me off about this organization too? Is that I've never seen any other organization except from a small few, but baseball specifically, I have never seen an organization make excuses like the Yankees, but then talk about the trade deadline acquisitions in terms of, oh yeah, we're getting this guy back from injury. That's your trade deadline? Just say you're not doing anything at all. Be like Jed Hoyer or the dude in Miami. Getting guys back from injuries, that's your trade deadline. That's your excuse. Every single year, right? Every single solitary year, I've heard Cashman say that, and it's done jack shit. Even with Giancarlo Stanton back in the lineup, are the Yankees really going further? Is he scoring 7 runs, 8 runs, 9 runs tonight against the Mets? No, he's not. Everybody's pitching around Soto. Everybody's pitching around Judge because they know the rest of the lineup is complete shit. DJ LeMahieu, completely abysmal contract. It has aged like milk. So my point with Aaron Boone is this. I am sick and tired of everybody making excuses, some Yankee fans, not all, of the talent around him. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like you're trying to justify a quarterback. Let's say Daniel Jones for just, an example. Oh, he's been surrounded by a bad team or this, that, and the other thing. It's been 6 years for Daniel Jones. And let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's been 7 years for Aaron Boone, and the Yankees haven't even reached Game 7 of the ALCS, and they haven't even reached a World Series. While the Braves have surpassed them, the Nats have surpassed them in that realm, the Red Sox, the Astros, the Phillies, the Rays, number of teams that are now less talented than the Yankees. And guess what? This window is closing because Stanton will be up in a few years. Juan Soto may not come back. You got a couple of free agents. Cole has an opt-out. It's not all guaranteed that you go out and win next year. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to come on here, list my piece. I'm just done. I'm just done. I'm not spending a red cent on the Yankees when they continue to put out this nonsense. When they become a serious organization and try not to sell us on the past, then I will actually go to the stadium and try to enjoy myself. But right now, that's not the case. And I urge you to, but I'm also not going to tell other fans what to do with their money. But if you want to as well, purchase a Fire Boone t-shirt. We also have Fire Boone, Fire Cashman t-shirts. Done with the excuses, folks. I'm not going to take any more of your time. Peace out. See you later. Stay cool. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, Yankees.